this point, things are pretty good, except, I really don't like this left navigation right now. It doesn't make much sense to me. What's style resource readers? What is designers? I want to clean this up. And ideally, all I want to see on the left-hand side is really marketing members, marketing owners, or marketing visitors, so things are clear when I manage my permissions. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into the, I'm going to click on groups. I'm going to say edit group, quick launch, which is this left navigation. And all I want to show on the left-hand side is really everything related to marketing. So I'm going to wipe everything out that has nothing to do with marketing. So get rid of that. And there we go. So I have marketing members, owners, and visitors. So I'm going to hit OK. And now you can see that under my groups, I have, those are the 4 groups that I really care about. So I kind of just created shortcuts to them. And now things are looking pretty neat. Now if I go back to my marketing site, and let's say somebody wants to administer the permissions on that site, things are going to be pretty straightforward for them. All they really need to do is go to Site Actions, Site Settings, Peoples and Groups, and then they will see here who the members are, who the owners are, and who the visitors are, and they can easily add new members by selecting the members and saying new. And you can pick AD groups or what have you, and then hit OK. So really we simplify the process of permissioning such that we have 3 main groups for the marketing. And again, notice how it got labeled properly. You want to make sure the labeling is correct, mainly because those groups, when you create all those groups, you're going to have a lot of groups, and if they're not labeled correctly, it's going to be hard to manage. Now, if you have a special case, let's say somebody who needs to have a special kind of permission, you can actually go to the site permissions. And maybe somebody doesn't fall within those 3 categories, and you can add them directly onto the site. So I can say new, and I can pick some user. And I can make this user any of those permission levels, right? So I can make them, the ones that we saw earlier are full control, read, and contribute. But notice there's a whole bunch of other more. Maybe I want somebody to be a designer, so I can actually make them a designer who can, modify the page and, maybe brand it a little bit. So I can add them directly. And notice that this person is now an exception. He's just kind of hanging in there by himself, and he's a designer. So you could do that. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe that out. Wipe this user out, remove user permissions, OK. So now we're back to our clean version. Now let me show you something called permission levels. So permission levels allow you to define different permission levels. The more common ones are full control, contribute, and read. Notice there's approved design. I'm going to go ahead and create my own permission level, edit permission levels. And I'm going to add permission level. And notice here I can say, for example, contribute without delete, right? So this will allow me to contribute without delete. For this role, I want that user to be able to edit, add, open item, not approve. I don't want them to be no delete. Also, I want to make sure this is not checked. I don't know about overriding checkout. That's more of an administrative task. And really, that's it. So here we go. Here are all the permissions, all the permission actions that could be done. You could check whichever one you like. Those ones are at the list level. Those ones are at the site permission level. And you can pick and choose what you want the user to be able to do. And once we're done, we can say create. And then now I have my own permission level called contribute without delete. And then I can go back to my sites here. I can add the administrator user, administrator, and you can see here now that I have my own, I can give that user permissions directly as contribute without delete, and there we go. Okay, so this is generally the best kind of practice you should follow when you set permissions on sites.